Hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We're going to pull some cards for you and for your person and see what we have coming out here. I'm going to start with cards for you in this tarot. I think this is the Green Witch Tarot. I'm not remembering. Okay, we have Ace of Challenges, the Lovers, Suspension in Reverse, the Folly, which I think is like the Tower, Three of Challenges, I think the Challenges is Swords in this deck. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords, so the Truth, the Lovers, a choice, seeing things from a different perspective, a Tower moment, and Three of Swords in reverse. It feels like to me like you knew there was a choice to make. It was a very deep-rooted, deep-seated knowledge that you have, that you've completely internalized. And this may be something that you've known for a long time. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Four of Visions. I think that's the Four of Cups. So you've been very dissatisfied with, I want to say, primarily love and passion and having, your soulmate potentially. There was a long time where you were kept in place on not by your choice, where you learned a lot, and then there came a point where it's like you made some choices in life that were, okay, I'm done. I don't want to be stuck anymore. I want partnership. Maybe it was with a karmic, like you or the universe knew you needed to be with someone and experience things that would help you towards your enlightenment in this process. But you reached a point where you went inside yourself and you chose to stay suspended, like an intentional hanged man, an intentional suspension, to go within and analyze everything, process everything. I'm picking up on like healing, like taking healing baths or submerging yourself in like a healing chrysalis or cocoon. And it's like Spirit has shown you or decided that your broken heart has healed, and now you're just Like, what are you doing now? Now the purpose of staying suspended is no longer serving you, so it's being taken from you. But I feel like the sense that you are not unhappy about this tower moment. I feel like you have been looking for you in your intuition, your magical, like, seeing uh you see magic, you see the truth, you see beyond the veil, you see the spiritual side of this, and you knew you were on this healing journey. You knew that what your goal was totally about yourself on in the for the most part. You really wanted what was for your highest and greatest good. But you also wanted a person to share the depth of passion, the depths of love, the depths of mental the mental space, being able to see and feel the mind of someone else and have them see and feel your mind in return. So you knew for a long time that you started down a journey that was going to be a long, long journey, a pilgrimage to get to, like, this land of milk and honey, this magical, like a heaven. You wanted to get to this heaven. And you basically welcome this tower because you knew that when the time came, when you healed enough, when you learned enough, when you upgraded and upcycled your karma enough, released and healed enough, that it would be time someday, or it would be time to be on a different leg of the same journey, but one that's going to show you, I made progress, I have gotten somewhere. This is actually, movement is actually happening. You're not walking down like an endless road that looks the same every step that you take, and you can't even perceive that you have traveled at all because you're walking, but the scenery is not changing. So to you, even if this isn't the final stop, the final entrance into, I don't know why I'm getting Shangri-La. I don't know anything about Shangri-La. I don't know, is it a palace? Something to do with that is relevant. So if you feel called to it, go ahead and put some information in the comments. So you're ready for this. You're ready for this next chapter in your journey. And it does feel a little bit dark and scary in the sense of it being the unknown. And yet, it's almost like you can see what it will be like. It's almost like you have, like, these psychic abilities that give you the chance to see everything before it happens, because you're really tapped in. For some of you may be resisting the belief in what you see. Part of you might be afraid to be ridiculed for believing in the mystical, magical. For some of you, the lyrics to the Benson Boone song, is it called Mystical Magical? I believe, maybe. Once you know what my love's going to feel like, nothing else will feel right. So there is this sense that you may have encountered the one, your counterpart. This person, if they had a chance, if they're the ones, if that's their inner dialogue, this person has maybe seen you before you've seen them, or they recognized you before you recognized them. There may have been some sort of blockage to you recognizing them because they may have come in a form that you weren't expecting. And so you didn't think, even though you felt attraction or you felt good things coming from them, you didn't allow yourself to claim that as belonging to you or intended for you. I don't know if it has anything to do with, like, I know I've heard a lot about twin flames, and some of the things I've heard about is that there could be like major age differences. And maybe this was something along those lines, if not specifically to do with that. It would be something that would normally make you think that this must not be for me, because this, on the surface, this does not appear to be in alignment with what traditionally one would expect to see in their person. So there's something about this love that makes you doubt yourself and what you feel, what you intuitively know to be true for this person. Okay, wow, that was a lot for one line of cards. Okay, let me put these back and let's use the same deck. I'm going to try to shuffle a little bit away from the microphone. So I'm going to go into this asking questions, like educated not guessing, but like, now that we know part of the story by looking at your half, and after all that shuffling, the Lovers is still at the bottom of the deck here. So let's take that out. Let's just shuffle a little bit more since we had a repeat. I don't doubt that it's a repeat on purpose. But let's just make sure we're nice and shuffled and there's not any doubt that anything that comes out is really truly meant to be coming out. Oh, sorry. That was that. Okay, that was. Don't get over. Oh, okay, that's exciting. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So, the Forest Lord, your person could have Earth in their chart, in a way that significantly influences their personality, their who they are. Okay, then we have the Four of Spells. What's spells? In reverse, is it wands? Maybe? Four of Wands. I think it is wands. In reverse, Seeker of Boons. I think Seeker would be like Page. Boons is Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. No, it's Knight. I believe it's Knight because I think Child in this deck. The Forge. Okay, 9 of Wands, 10 of Spells. Okay, all of these are... I just grabbed these out of the middle of the deck because they were showing themselves to me upright. So we're going to look at these in a second after we process some of... Okay, I'm going to stop looking because they keep showing me things. Okay. So, I feel like this is what your person, like their perspective on this. First of all, your person is coming out as the Emperor, and that got me excited as you saw me reacting to it when that came out. Especially with the Lovers, that is so potent. And the Four of Spells, even though it's in reverse, like this person is thinking about marriage. Both of you maybe. If not like traditional marriage, at least marriage in the sense of the marriage of two minds, of two souls. And the Shakespeare is coming to me. Let me not to... let's see. Let me sit still for a second so that comes to me. Let not to the marriage of two minds admit impediments. Let me not to the marriage of two minds admit impediments. So, this person, and then the Knight of Pentacles, this person is very grounded, and I want to say they could be in their head. what they see with you is the marriage of two minds that transcends. This person feels like this transcends the world's legal version of love, like a marriage certificate. This person feels like if they unite with you, it would be like an alchemical change that would blend your minds in a way that it cannot be separated again. So, like in chemistry, what do you call that when there's a chemical reaction between two elements and homogeneous? This is something that's chemically altering you to be in, like, mixed together to where you become one whole, inseparable mind. There's a lot of eye contact involved in this. So this is a psychic, mental, verbal, psychic connection where you could reach a person where, or a point, sorry, you could reach a point where this person can communicate with you through eye contact alone, telepathically. I feel like this person wants to savor you. I feel like this person doesn't want to rip open a candy bar like you're a candy bar, a chocolate bar. This person doesn't want to rip the chocolate bar package open and, hastily eat this chocolate and have it be over. This person wants to delicately unwrap the chocolate bar so there's no tears to the wrapper. They want to break off a little chunk and place it on their tongue and let it melt over their tongue. This person is very sensual, and I feel like they want to own you and have you own them in a good way, a healthy way. And they want to mentally and emotionally place you on their tongue and sense you. They want to sense their way into knowing you. They don't want to. It's so interesting. I feel like this person could have a lot of like parts of them that are normally about communication and thoughts, but I'm feeling like a primal, elemental, earthy desire to kind of permeate you, saturate you, let you saturate them, like a liquid entering an object, like a porous object, an object that has openings. Like this person wants to penetrate you slowly. And they probably think of that sexually, but this is like the grandest foreplay where this person wants to absorb you and get to know you in a very slow, tantric way. Okay, I feel like it's time to look at these cards. Child of Spells. So someone being very again, and we have some repeats that came out here. So this person is feeling primal urges and passions bubbling frantically, urgently, demandingly, intensely. Quick, urgent, intense. The Forge. 14. Let me look in the book. I'm going to pause. Okay, so that the Forge is like temperance. That fits with what this person wants to be so patient that they savor and they don't want to. I can't think of the words to describe when you don't savor something. So, 9 of Pentacles, boons, value. With underneath this person could value independence, temperance, balance. This person sees your independence, that you value that, and that you value balance, and that's what this person is resonating with highly. Spirit, why is the Ace of Swords underneath the Four of Wands in reverse? They were holding back, telling you that they saw this union with you. They also needed time to process it. Like it's like a light bulb moment. Or this could be right as they met you. They weren't happy in the commitment they were in. So they were dragging their feet with the Seeker of Boons. The 10 of Spells. Yes, this is about, this person could be with someone else who makes them feel burdened. But the Ten of Wands is like the end of the cycle. So this person could be ready to end that cycle. That also has to do with the Child of Spells. That's seeing that there is a new path to take for the first time, and it talks about needing to have bravery to walk that path. But there's so much passion involved that inherently, once you taste the inspiration to go down that path, you will have the courage to do it because you won't be able to resist. Spirit, what do you want us to know next? What kind of deck do you want us to use? For what kind of messages are you gonna tell us next? If you are still here at this point in the message, I would like you to focus on the reflection of the flame on the Lover's card. Focus on that flame, that light, or you can pick one of the candle flames to focus on, and I want you to take a deep breath. Feel spirit, feel this connection. Spirit wants you right now to just tap in, to feel peace. There is no time. There is no place. You are no one. Let go. Let go. Realize as you let go, you're falling in. You're releasing. You're letting yourself become part of the alchemy. You're opening your heart. Right now, you're letting down your walls. You're flowing in, flowing out of the vessel of you. And let yourself flow and drop into this pool. Into the cauldron for the alchemy, the pool of mixing, of oneness. You are one with spirit. You're one with consciousness. You are a divine light. Picture you, the essence of you flowing out of your heart, from behind this wall, this barrier, this wall that you've put around your heart to protect you. And know that once this essence of you, and it's a white light, it's like a white, bright white glowing liquid of light flowing down into this pool. And you are ready. You are ready for union. It's okay to be vulnerable to this person. Okay. Spirit says it's time. It's time to allow the combination, the blending of what you have in your heart and mind and soul with this person. If this isn't happening in this exact moment, this is something you have to look forward to. Trust in divine timing, even though that hurts. Feel the peace, and even if on an energetic level, even if you haven't met this person, you can do this. You can meditate on this. You can watch this as many times as you need and meditate on you entering the sacred pool with your person's spirit in the 3D realm. You're ready for this. Spirit is protecting you and your person. I'm going to get a timing card. And we're going to close out the reading. Thank you, Spirit. 45 days. Months, 6 days. These are milestones for you and your person. So different things will happen of significance at these different milestones. This is going to take a while. Overall, the whole not much longer. The whole process of getting to know this person better, 8 days. Plan for the short term. Okay. Do some meditation, please. If the only thing you do is, you could either use my meditation we just did, or any meditation where you have an anchor. You could sit in nature and notice something in your surroundings, or even in your home or the room you're in. Pick something to be an anchor and observe your thoughts come in and go out, but try not to sit and think about them. Bring your attention back to your anchor, and that's a form of meditation. Also, breath work is going to be very helpful. You can do 20 in and out breaths, like so. 20, it can be somewhat fast like that. And then after 20, take your breath in and hold it for like 30 seconds. You want to do it's at first you're not going to be used to holding it for a long time. If you have to release it and re-inhale and try again, do that a few times. Then you want to release your breath after doing an inhale and holding it. You want to exhale and hold it for as long as you can. And again, you can breathe in and then push it back out and hold it. Do that a couple times. So you're going to do a couple on the inhale as much as you can. Practice holding it as long as you can a couple times. Then hold the exhale. Then you start over and you do 20 more breaths. And you do the inhale, exhale, holding of your breath. And you can do that like 3 cycles of that. And at least once a day. It could take you like 10 minutes or less to do that process. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm feeling called to pull a few charms for an additional message before we go. Okay. We have 2 butterflies, an angel with wings, and a horse. So I feel like both of you are transforming, going through a metamorphosis, through divine guidance, and you're reaching a point of rapid development. So if you were thinking of like the chrysalis and the cocoon and the moth or the butterfly coming out, it's getting ready to be this time. And it could be because of the 6 days. The timing of this debut or reveal will be starting in 6 days. There's something about peace and more transformation in 6 months, or this is going to take a while. 45 days we have. I'm going to put that over here and this here. Another angel, a seahorse, and this looks like it kind of looks like a little boy or a little girl, a child. Something about water, emotion. If you feel called to and you're still watching, you could put what is seahorse, the spiritual meaning of seahorse. you could be meant to have a child with this person. And I don't know if that could start, like, could happen 45 days from now. It could be like growth in your emotional and spiritual connection is reaching a new level at that point. Maybe some sort of commitment. And then the plan for the short term, we have wings and transformation. Again, that fits with the 6 days over here. Made with love, not much longer. And a guitar, so music. There may be some sort of song that will be shared, or something meaningful, passionate communication. Okay, this is what I have for you. I keep saying that, and then I keep seeing something else. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to tell us here? There could be something, this person could have Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, there could be Neptune, North Node, Mars, Mercury, a moon sign, their date of birth could have a 10, a 7, an 8, a 9, or this could be their house placements. If you know anything about their chart, 11, 12, 7, 8. Okay, I will leave that to you to decide and look into further if you wish. I wish you so much peace and security, and knowing that Spirit is lovingly holding you and embracing you as you travel your journey. The universe has your back. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like it, please do like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And comments are also lovely. Thank you so much. I hope this was exactly what you needed to hear. Take care.